What's going on, everybody? It's Funky Psychics here. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Today we're in the beautiful downtown St. Petersburg, Florida. We're going to be heading over to Fort De Soto, about a 17-mile ride, mixed trail and street riding. So looking forward to it. See you guys soon. Today we start this amazing ride at one of my favorite places in Florida. St. Petersburg is a city full of creativity, beauty, and an overall fun vibe. It's home to some of the best restaurants and entertainment in the Tampa Bay area. Located in the 26-acre complex, St. Petersburg Pier is one of the main highlights in the downtown area. Over the years, different piers were built here that provided entertainment and attractions for the community. These include the $1 Million Pier, and who can forget the famous inverted pyramid pier with this notable design. Today's pier includes 360-degree views of this amazing location. Inside the pier, you'll find restaurants, bars. You can expect some tourist prices, but I have to say the adult refreshments are pretty decent after the ride, of course. Access to the complex and the pier is absolutely free. Parking can get pretty busy on the weekends or special events, but there's always other options in the area and the city if the capacity is just a bit too much near the pier. There's also a marketplace with local vendors right out front. Sometimes you can see local performers. They'll come out and entertain visitors. A free trolley service is available in the complex. It runs every 15 minutes, 7 days a week. As we leave the complex, it takes us straight into the downtown area. Here you'll find more restaurants, bars, and even entertainment venues like Janice Live. This is one of my favorite places to see different musicians from all genres. The Tampa Bay Rowdies also play here. Their stadium's located right downtown. And if you're a fan of art, the Salvador Dali Museum is also a great destination to check out. There are many other local galleries just throughout St. Petersburg, definitely worth your time. You can find a link to all those locations in the description of this video. The beginning of our journey actually starts on the Pinellas Trail. From here you can take the trail from St. Pete all the way up to Tarpon Springs. First constructed in 1990, this trail was developed by Pinellas County, utilizing the abandoned CSX railroad line that was already in place. One thing that I've discovered since I started exploring trails in Florida is that many of the trails are actually developed on former railroad lines. The Gainesville-Hawthorne Trail is a great example of this. Click the link above to check that ride out. Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays baseball team, is located right off the trail. The Rays have proposed the idea of constructing a brand new stadium along with a mixed-use district. This is going to include restaurants, bars, an entertainment venue, a hotel, office and retail space, and there's also going to be some living areas as well. Estimated completion is 2028. I'm looking forward to seeing the final result. As we go further west, we start to see some industrial buildings. Many of these buildings include some really cool murals. To me, this is really a representation of the city and what that artistic feel is really all about. So we're still on the Pinellas Trail right now. This really goes all the way through the county, all the way north. But today we're going to just deviate a little bit and head south to go to Fort De Soto to the coast. But you can go through all of Pinellas County this way. It's pretty cool. So here we are, we're moving south on 37th, and we do have a bike lane here, nice. So we just left the official Pinellas Trail. The bike lane is decent, and this particular road doesn't seem to be, at this time of the day on a Sunday, not too high traffic either, so it's okay. Taking 37th Street south will lead you onto a portion of the Skyway Trail, and this eventually leads you onto the Bayway Trail, taking you to the beaches in Fort De Soto. Arriving on the Bayway Trail, you'll cross 4 bridges and 2 toll plazas heading into Tierra Verde. Pedestrians and cyclists aren't required to pay these tolls. Getting closer to the beach, you start seeing the sand, but you can see sand all the way inland, so it doesn't really matter much. But we are seeing some traces of the water and some boats, so here we're getting close. To me, the bridges are a real highlight of the ride. You can capture really great views on the bridges. There's a lot of activity on the water. It's really busy during the weekends, and bridges have a lot of bike and pedestrian lanes as well, so it's certainly friendly crossing with no issues. We're now entering Fort De Soto Park. This park includes so many activities: fishing, camping, you can go kayaking, boating. All of it is here for you if you want it. In addition to the activities, you can also see some wildlife, sea life, there's plants, and of course the bonus for all of this is the beach. Fort De Soto Beach was actually named one of the top beaches in the country in 2009, and the Dog Beach that's located there is also ranked in the top 10 of this year in 2024. The park includes 3 miles of beautiful beachfront, so you can hang out, have a good time. And as of July 2024, there was no admission for the main entry like it used to be, but if you have a vehicle, you do have to pay for parking. If you have one of the apps, you can use that, and they have the code for payment pretty much all over. And if you're thinking about hosting an event with a larger party, you can reserve shelters here at the park as well. Just need to visit pinellascounty.gov for more information. So here we are at the famous Fort De Soto located on Mullet Key. Fort De Soto's history dates back to the Civil War when the Confederate Army surveyed the area as a possible location for operations. The Union Army also occupied the area during the war as well. Official construction of Fort De Soto began in November 1898 and was completed in 1906. The fort at that time contained an artillery, mortar batteries, a barracks, hospital, guardhouse, mess hall, pretty much everything you need to run a military operation on a smaller scale. The U.S. Army occupied the fort during World War I. After the war, Pinellas County purchased the area for recreational use. During World War II, the U.S. War Department bought the property back from Pinellas County for use as a bombing range. As we can see, this particular fort saw a lot of activity during some of the major conflicts in U.S. history. After World War II, it was finally sold back to Pinellas County, and it is now available to the public for recreational use only. And if you get some time, the Quartermaster Museum is really cool to visit. There's also a display room in the fort itself, which includes the history of the indigenous people, the Tocobaga Native Americans. They originally inhabited the area hundreds of years ago. I actually covered a little bit about the Tocobaga Native Americans in my very first YouTube video on the ride to Safety Harbor. One thing I love is history because it always comes full circle and see how everything is connected. If you're interested in checking that video out, click the link above. Alright guys, so here we are on the pier. It's really gorgeous. Great view. The water is absolutely beautiful. People out here doing a little bit of everything, fishing, hanging out by the beach. So we're going to head over to the other side of Fort De Soto Park to see if we can get a nice view of the Skyway. We'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, so this is the other side of the park. This is the closest distance you can get from the Skyway Bridge and this lookout point. It's really nice. And overall, there's tons of parking here. Like I said, you can do all kinds of different activities. I see folks doing a little bit of everything out here. It's really nice today. Clear day, so you can see pretty much everything. It's really dope. So I'm going to start to head back now and we'll see how it goes. See you guys in a little bit. This is the intermediate route with some elevation on the bridges headed to the fort. It might be somewhat challenging, but I think the views are definitely worth the effort. This ride includes various levels of traffic throughout the ride. Most trails and bike lanes provide adequate space to maneuver and share the road. Today's ride includes some of my favorite locations in the Tampa Bay area. It's one of the most visually stimulating with so much to do and see. Whether you're into history, entertainment, or just family fun, this one is worth checking out. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more amazing rides on the way. See you all soon. Be safe and take care.